I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Wait, 20! Better bring it. You better bring it. Check it. I'm letting you know right now. Ozzy!
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Second and 10 at the 34-yard line. Hey, 66. Hey, 66.
Looking to throw on second down. Brady into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Kill, turn up. Even.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more thinking they'll get a second one.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Kill. 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 Flip it. Flip it. Flip it. Hey, let's go. Let's play right.
Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The stop made by Jarrell Casey. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Show it up. Show it up.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Come on, D. Check 4. Check 4. Hey, 5-0. 5-0. 5-0.
From the gun, Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check nickel.
On 2nd and goal, Winston flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's when the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Green,
Third and goal, Winston. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Malik Collins in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Brady going to throw. It's caught. Jones. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a 1st down. Brady now on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with Foreman.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on third down, Brady. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Austin Hooper. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And they got the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Winston. And Nelson's got it here right side. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Winston now. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mostert. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check. Crunch. Hey, stop. Okay. Check 99.
Jameis to throw it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
You ain't got nothing. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Check.
After the sack on 1st down, Winston. And this is Ertz with it, right side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Winston. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. To throw, Winston. And Winston lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's our time.
On the carry, it's Booker. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady rolling to his right. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw, it's Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Latavius Murray with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Bailey now for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled. And take it.
We got work.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Winston. Ertz over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line.
Buccaneer first down.
Ready. Black 22. Quit talking about it and bring it. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Jameis now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line.
Ready.
First down.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
I got you, son. I got you, son. 56 to much. Check 56. Let's go, team.
Again, it's Winston. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Shoot. We go even. Check 24. Check 24.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to go down again. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Brady. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check it. Twist. Check safety. 72.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but it's going to be second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
The final shot before half for Brady. Going with a screen for Murray. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted...
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Raheem Mostert, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs.
Here we go. All right, let's get there. 54 Mike.
From the gun, Winston. And that is caught for the 2 points. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Shadow. Hey, wahoo. All right, here we go. 3D. Hey.
Throwing again on second down. Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On play action, now Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Landry, the intended target. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Landry. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Let's go on attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Brady now on 1st down. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Brady now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Foreman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, box truck. Like 7. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The veteran safety, Reggie Nelson, right there in coverage.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the...
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
He's coming.
Mostert. 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 33 and a 1st. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. This is Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Set the tone, defense. Check.
They'll try and get it into Sherman, the fullback. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Anthony Sherman, his first touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Prater for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have. And he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Brady now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Brady. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third?
Hey, check it. Sugar.
From the gun, it's Brady. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Again, they'll throw with Brady. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
No, 66. Go bandit.
Brady to throw again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Lance Kendricks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's Mostert. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. It has to drive a coach crazy.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Barner, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. Able to find Isabella. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, check. 56 to Mike, 56 is the Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. Andy Isabella was the intended target. 3rd down here. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
41's the Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Echo. 41's the Mike. Check 41. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Watch out.
Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding a soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots in the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarkowski Tart. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So
and it's a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, you know, in this situation, they're making the adjustment to be more aggressive. You got to wrap that football up.
Yeah, it always amazes me that people don't understand that well because you're going to come in as a defense. The first guy makes the tackle, you try and stand up the ball carrier, and here come the rest of the...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for J.J. Jones. Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and long.
So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Now Brady. Here's Booker on the catch. There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line.